What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Oliver Pagel, your Clarksville real estate agent. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. I wanted to address something that I know a lot of people have, questions about, and that is the cost of living here in Clarksville, Tennessee. So, honestly, the cost of living here is fairly cheap compared to a lot of other places in the United States. Here in Clarksville, you're about 11 points down from the average. So the national average is 100. We are at 89 points. So that's 11 points down from the national average, which is still cheaper than the national average. Yes. And you have an abundance of things to do here, places to go shop and whatnot. The homes here are not very expensive either, comparative. So the average sale price here is $333,000 here in Clarksville, Tennessee, and the average list price is $370,000. The average list price doesn't really matter because that's not what the actual homes are going for or going with. $333,000 is the average sale price of the home, and that is kind of what you should be looking at in general. With that being said, that's really not that bad. I mean, there's a lot of homes in here that are cheaper than that, and there's a lot of homes that are more expensive than that, right? It's just, what are you wanting out of Clarksville, Tennessee? If you guys want to hang out here in Clarksville, Tennessee, save a bunch of money to go live somewhere else, that is a perfect thing to do. If you are looking for rentals, if you are looking for fix and flip homes here in Clarksville, Tennessee, that is also a perfect thing to do, because there are military personnel that are not going anywhere, and they move all the time, so they need to buy and sell homes all the time, right? Don't get that twisted. They will always be here. The 101st is not going anywhere, right? So there will always be people that need somewhere to live. And if you are in the market, if you are an investor here in Clarksville, Tennessee, the homes are very cheap, especially if you do want to do fix and flip. There are a handful of homes that I know of. I can send you a list if you really want it, that are very cheap and that you guys could fix and flip. Now, for the everyday person that's looking for their first home, or the soldier that is coming here to Clarksville, Tennessee, the cost of living is fairly cheap. The groceries are, they're same thing as Walmart, right? Because you have Walmart, you have Aldi, you have Kroger. All these places are here in Clarksville, Tennessee. So I normally don't mess with that kind of stuff because I live right down the road from a Walmart, and that's kind of where I go to get my groceries. It's like 3 minutes down the road. So that being said, you can pick and choose where you go to get your groceries at. Now, what I have to say though is it is kind of expensive to eat out in Clarksville, Tennessee. I know the average meal here is like $16 in downtown Clarksville, which is kind of expensive. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, $16 for one person, that's over $30 for two people, and then you gotta leave a tip, right? So it's kind of it's on that borderline, like I don't know, it's kind of expensive to go eat out and stuff like that. But that's kind of like that everywhere in the United States now. Now, what I would recommend you doing if you are into saving money and whatnot is to buy a cheaper house, right? Normally when you're pre-approved for a home, that pre-approval can get you up to that amount of money. For me, I would absolutely recommend you buying a cheaper house. Why would you spend all your money on a place to live, right? In my opinion, so I was approved. I'll give you an example. For me, I was approved for like 450 grand. I was a single dude, 22 years old. I was like, that is a lot of money. I'm not going to spend all that money. So I decided to go with a house that was $205,000 instead of the $450,000 that they actually gave me. Why did I do that? It's because it's cheaper to maintain, and it's also cheaper monthly payment, so I could pocket some of the BAH that I was getting, and that is more money in my pocket, which means I could invest that money into other things. And that is how you live for cheap here in Clarksville, Tennessee. Obviously, you know, you got Walmart and all that stuff. If you're trying to get your groceries, that is great. But there are very cheap homes here in Clarksville, Tennessee that you could absolutely snag up. And even if they have a little bit of work to them, hire a contractor, you know, for a couple $100s or a couple $1,000s, and that will boost your equity in your home. And it'll absolutely change your life whenever you start selling that stuff, because that equity in your home will just be all in your pocket, which is absolutely incredible. And then you could go do it again somewhere else at a different duty station or a different place in general. So I just wanted to cover the cost of living here, you know, groceries and whatnot. They are the same kind of groceries in Walmart, Kroger, all that stuff. It's just the cost of living in general for housing is pretty low comparatively to everywhere else. And of course, you have all the amenities of Fort Campbell. If you are a veteran or a soldier, you have all the amenities on Fort Campbell as well. And that will save you money and time as well, going to the commissary and whatnot. But yeah, I just wanted to go over the cost of living here in Clarksville, Tennessee. I think it's important to kind of go over that, because a lot of people are looking to save more money, and which I am as well, don't get me wrong. A lot of people are looking to save more money and build wealth while they're at it. And in Clarksville, Tennessee is definitely a good place to do it. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for tuning in, hanging out with me. As always, if you need help with anything, go ahead, give me a call down below, shoot me a text, shoot me an email. I'll start listing for sale by, or not for sale by owners, but foreclosure pieces of property as well. So I'll start doing things with that in the coming months, which is super exciting. And that means I can market that here on YouTube, and you guys will be the first ones to see it. And with that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.